can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, God cut you down. Sooner or later, God cut you down. Don't tell that long-time liar. Don't tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler and the gambler and the backbiter. Tell him the God's gonna call them down. Tell him the God's gonna call them down.
Welcome everybody, we're back. Simability Xfinity Series live at Bristol for 180 laps tonight. Right there's a look at the 28 machine of Cody McGork. He's trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. There's a look at 32 of Billy Waz in the Action Sports Foundation Chevy Camaro. Right now, Billy's sitting fifth in the speed charts. Lap time of 15:105. 14-second bracket. You see how drastic the banking is here at Bristol. Half mile, high bank, concrete, boom. Short track racing at its finest. There's a look at the 23 Folds of Honor machine, driven by Tom Johnson. Alan Capers in the 13 machine. Right here's Jason Lance looking to collect another victory this week. Side. Brian Lawhead in the 66 machine, the Busch Light. Your top five in speed right now. You got Jason Lance, Cody McGork, usually out front above those two. Followed by the 22, Stephen Kiefer. The one of Jacob Vaughn. Fifth, you have Billy Wise, the 32. For tonight's race, we got Tom Johnson, sixth. Derek Brown in the 69 machine, seventh. Johnny Berardi in the 99, eighth. Brian Lawhead, he's ninth right now in the speed charts, followed by the 87 Andrew Smith. Yeah, Alan Capers and Whit Moore around that field. All right, we got about another 3 minutes here left to practice. We're going to go ahead and say thanks to our sponsors. Go ahead and run some commercials. All right, we're back. Practice is wrapped up. Getting ready for qualifying. Let's see who goes out first. There's a look at the 69 machine. Derek Brown. Trying to run that high side in 1 and 2, and down low in 3 and 4. Gets a little bit loose, comes across the line. Puts the front end to the inside wall. Jason Lance lays down a 14.93 as the fast time. Cody is able to put down a 15.32. There we go. Timing is updated. Jason Lance with the 14.92. Derek Brown with a 15.27. Putting him on outside pole right now. Cody McGork with a 15.32. Tom Johnson 15.53. Alan Capers 15.55. Stephen Kiefer 15.56 and Johnny Berardi 15.84. Let's see what Jacob Vaughn does here. Jacob with a 15.27, putting him third. So he got a little bit loose coming off 2 there. I guess more a little bit loose, lost control. All right, your starting lineup for tonight's race. On pole, the 76 in the freezing machine. My bad, the icy machine. Jason Lance, outside of him, Derek Brown starting outside pole. That's his best start of the season. Jacob Vaughn in the one machine starting third. Cody McGork outside of him in the 28. Tom Johnson starting fifth in the 23. Alan Caper starting sixth. Stephen Kiefer seventh. Johnny Berardi eighth. Billy Wise starting ninth. Andrew Smith in the 87 machine starting 10th. Quentin Moore starting 11th. Brian Lawhead 12th. And rounding out your field starting 13th. That's it. Thought we had one more. I was mistaken. Guess they're decided to take a EOL. Moves Cody up to starting second. Green flag is out. We're off. Jason Lance started on the high side and able to get out to a good start. Cody falls in the second. Third place, Jacob Vaughn. Right there, spell for fourth between Tom Johnson and the 23 and the 22 is Stephen Kiefer. Up front, riding with Cody McGork as he looks on the inside. Jason Lance trying to get to the lead here. Cody's able to pull out in front, come to the line. Give Cody credit for leading the lap. Jacob Vaughn's trying to make his way on the inside there. See Jason's changed his line, started to run down a little bit low. Cody gets a little bit loose. Gets a little bit of contact from Jason there. Cody puts the front end right into the wall. Yellow flag is out. As you watch there, Cody starts getting loose. As he chases up the track, starts overcorrecting it. And starts stepping out on him again. Jason Lance has nowhere to go. Makes contact with the left front of Cody. And that goes ahead and puts the nose right into the wall. Little Tom Johnson got a piece of that one as well. It's a tough break for Cody. At least he's got a long way to go in this race to make up for it. Top 5 right now: Jason Lance, Jacob Vaughn, Stephen Kiefer, Billy Wise, and Johnny Berardi. Tom pitted there to get a little bit of repairs done. Same with Cody. Lights are out on the pace car. Field's lining up. Up front, you got Jason Lance in the 76 and Jacob Vaughn in the 1. Billy Wise in that 32 has made his way up to 3rd. Right now, Billy Wise is the biggest mover of the race. Green flag is out. Jason gets off to a nice start. Stephen Kiefer in 3rd there, running the high side. Tom Johnson's in 4th, trying to make his way back up there. Jacob's looking to get the lead from Jason here. Yellow flag is out. More in the 89 brings it around. Yellow flag is out. Thanks again to all the sponsors that make this happen. Admin Box, Favor Seal and Florida Company, and Simability for being the title sponsor of the series. All right, lights are off the pace car once again. Jason Lance getting ready to bring him to the green flag. Outside him, Jacob Vaughn. Second round, you got Stephen Kiefer and Tom Johnson, followed by Billy Wise and 99 and Johnny Berardi. Green flag is out. Jason takes off. 20 down, 160 more to go. Jacob Vaughn's looking on the inside. Jason there. This is the battle for the lead. Jacob's holding that yellow line. Caution flag is out. Gets loose, puts it right in the outside wall right in front of Johnny Berardi there. Green flag is out. Jacob Vaughn leads into the green. Jason Lance second. Stephen Kiefer third. Tom Johnson fourth. You see Tom's looking low on the 22 there. Trying to get that third position. Billy Wise starting to make his presence known there on the high side. Up front, you have the one of Jacob Vaughn, followed by Jason Lance in second. Stephen Kiefer in third. Tom Johnson fourth. Billy Wise looking to take fourth right now as he's in fifth. Right there in that 32 machine, he's looking low. Go ahead and give fourth to Billy Wise. Andrew Smith is making his way up through the field there in the 87 machine. He's sitting in 6th. Right behind him, you have Brian Lloyd, and here comes Cody McGork, trying to make up some spots here and get some laps back. Johnny Berardi 8th. There's the Kodak 69 machine in 9th. Leader's starting to deal with lap traffic now. Jacobs keeping about a four-car gap between him and Jason by just logging laps. Looking back on the 76 machine, a lot of people have said that this year. Brian's starting to close the gap there on Andrew. That's going to be a battle for 6th. Andrew got a little bit loose there in the middle of the turn. Brian's able to get by him. Here's Brian up to 6th spot. Yellow flag is up, and as you see why. Rare mistake from Jason as he got into the wall there. Yeah, the right front hit the wall about 4 times there. Lights are off on the pace car once again. After that last yellow, we got some new players up front here. Jacob Vaughn, who's been leading, Stephen Kiefer the second. Tom Johnson, third. Billy Wise is up there as well. Let's see if Jason Lance can make his way from the back up to the front. Green flag is out. Jacob Vaughn's out front. Here comes Jason on the low side, making his way through the field. Looking under the 87, Andrew Smith. He's going to get 2 for 1 deal. Gets by the 66 as well. Jason's looking like he's on a mission right now. He gets by the 23 of Tom Johnson. Jason's up the 4th. By Billy Wise there for 3rd spot. As you see the gap between him and the 22 to Stephen Kiefer. You see that smaller speck way out front. That's one car, Jacob Vaughn. Jacob has a 3-second lead over 3rd place, Jason Lance. Stephen Kiefer, 2.5-second gap. Jacob's able to run a little bit faster time than Jason. It's working out in his favor. As you see, Jason gets by Stephen Kiefer for 2nd. Nothing but air and opportunity between the two now, between Jacob and Jason. Jason was almost a tenth quicker that last lap. Gap shrinking. Oh boy. Jacob must have got loose off of turn 2 there because that gap really shrunk there. Yellow flag is out. Machine's got a little bit loose coming off 4. Slid right down the inside wall. 2.5-second gap. The Jacob pad between him and Jason is now gone. Got the one car out front, followed by Jason Lance. Apparently we have a little bit of a pit cycle there as well. Billy Wise and Steve Kiefer decided to get tires. Green flag is out. Jason's looking to make his move. Jason looking on the high side. Almost touch. Jason's riding that momentum on the high side. Jacob's hanging tough there on the low side, but eventually the high side's going to pay off. Jason Lance back out front. Tom Johnson third, Stephen Kiefer fourth, Billy Wise in fifth. They're making their way back up the field after pitting. Billy Wise looking back on the 66 of Brian Lawhead. Both running 56 right now. Back up front, we have Jason Lance, followed by the one, Jacob Vaughn. Cody McGork, he's back in the lead lap. Looking back, 23, seeing Tom Johnson. Steve Kiefer's trying to work the outside. Now he's looking low. Both of them and Billy get by. Tom left him get by. He's trying to save a little bit of tire here. Put Stephen Kiefer up to third with Billy Wise in tow. Jason's starting to pump that lead ever so slightly over second place at Jacob Vaughn. And Steven's trying to close the gap between him and the one car. This might be the tire advantage. Under the last yellow, Steven and Billy pitted. Steven's about 3 tenths faster than Jacob. Steven's there on the inside. He's got a lane. Putting in the new tires to work. Jake's able to hold up good there on the outside. That might open up the door for Billy there to get by Steven. Halfway. Well, a little bit past halfway. I sort of missed it, but you get the idea. Steven not able to complete the pass. These two are battling here for second spot. It's allowing Jason Lance to jump out to a 2-second lead over these guys. They're about ready to deal for lap car. $13 goes up high, gets in the wall. Oh man, that's going to cost Steven some time. Steven got into the wall. He's going to be pushing a little bit too hard. You see Jason Lance out front by 3.1 seconds over second place at Jacob Vaughn. This guy has Billy Wise to deal with. There. It's been a rough night for Cody. As Billy completes the pass for second. Here comes Steven trying to get by Jacob once again. Steven's on the inside. He's got a good run there. They go down 1-2. Steven caught lap traffic at the wrong time once again. Lost more time. Tries to get by Jacob for the third time here on the inside. Jacob got to the wall. Steven was able to get by it a lot easier than what he had before. And Steven came for the third. Boy, it's been a rough night for the 13. Alan Capers has had a rough night. Jason Lance has been able to rebound from his incident of hitting the wall. He's back out front by 4.3 seconds over second place Billy Wise. Jason looks low in the 87, Andrew Smith. How smooth Jason is on the throttle. He's getting out early and just rolling down through the center of the turn. Billy Wise, Stephen Keeper were both a little bit faster that last lap. Out front, you have Jason Lance in the 76 machine, followed by Billy Wise in the 32. Stephen Kiefer in the 22. Jacob Vaughn in the 1 car in 4th. Brian Lawhead in 66 has made his way into the top 5. $60 laps to go. Second place car, Billy Wise in the 32. He's already have company in the 22, Stephen Keefe, in the challenge for that runner-up position. See where the 66 goes here. It's going to play a factor, I guess. The way Stevens' luck has worked all night, probably be not in his favor. He was able to get by. "50 laps to go. Jason Lance out front, followed by Billy Wise and Stephen Kiefer. This is the battle for second as we ride in third place. These two are on equal tires. Jason Lance out there by 6.2 seconds over Billy Wise. That tire advantage, it's got them lapping up to third place right now. Jason Lance, Billy Wise, Stephen Kiefer, your top three. They're the only ones on the lead lap right now. Jason trying to do his best Kyle Larson impression tonight. Stevens looking on the inside of Billy. Stevens getting such a good run, center off on Billy. There's Stephen Kiefer up to second spot. .40 laps to go. Jason Lance out front, followed by Stephen Kiefer in second, Billy Wise in third, Tom Johnson fourth, Andrew Smith fifth, Brian Lawhead sixth, Jacob Vaughn seventh, Derek Brown eighth, Cody McGorks ninth, Alan Capers 10th, Johnny Berardi 11th, Quentin Moore 12th. As you can see, lap time's almost a second off from what they were running with fresh tires. Jason's just running a nice pace right now. Make sure to hit his marks. Even when the caution comes out, top three can all pit, no worries. Good tires, they're all going to be on even ground there if that does happen.
30 laps to go. Jason Lance out front by 9 seconds. There's a look at the 22, Stephen Kiefer in second place. Followed by the 32, Billy Wise. Caution flag is out. You see Andrew Smith got into the wall off the exit. Jacob Vaughn, wrong place, wrong time. Got collected up in it. Andrew had a top 5 run going there. Hate to see it happen. That's going to put the top 3 in for a 25-lap shootout between Billy Wise, Jason Lance, and Stephen Kiefer. Doesn't look like Billy pitted. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Green flag is back out. Jason Lance is back out front, followed by Billy Wise. The little tires didn't pay off there. Here comes Tom Johnson working on the inside. Try and get by the leaders here. Try to get one of his laps back the hard way. Going back here to the restart because we missed it. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, you see the advantage of the tires there. 19 laps to go. Jason Lance out front, followed by Stephen Kiefer and Billy Wise, your top three. Steven laying down some heaters of the lap here. Steven trying to reel in Jason. 15 laps to go. Yeah, Steven's constantly running 15.4. Time Jason lays down 15.4 of himself. Steven laid at 15.6, lost a little bit of ground there. 13 laps to go. These laps are clicking off quickly. To go. Steven's giving it all he got. Steven's running that corner. Steven's gonna run off. Andrew pulls out of the way. Let's leaders go by and battle this out. 10 to go. 9 to go now. Good run there. He's closing the gap. Jason was able to get a good exit there. Steven Diamond's able to get a better run. And Jason's low exit approach there. 5 laps to go. Steven's doing all he can to make this interesting here in the closing laps. He's getting a big run there. Two laps to go. They're coming the white flag. Can the 22 get there? Jason Lance out front, followed by Stephen Kiefer. Jason Lance bringing home the victory once again. Followed by a great showing by Stephen Kiefer in the 22 tonight. Third place, Billy Wise. Fourth, Tom Johnson. Derek Brown brings it home with a top 5. 6th, Brian Lawhead. 7th, Andrew Smith. Jacob Vaughn, 8th. Man, he had a good run there in the mid part of that race. Alan Capers, 9th. Cody McGork, 10th. Johnny Berardi, 11th. Quentin Moore, 12th. I know where Jason's taking it right now.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Billy. 3rd place. Way to bring it home tonight.
Man, finally, halfway through the season, we finally get up here and chat with you a little bit. So we'll take it. Not expected here at Bristol, but glad to be here.
I was going to say, this is one of the tougher tracks out there. So to bring it home 3rd here tonight, that's a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, we were just we went with our game plan. We were gonna ride around in the back and try to stay clean and save our fast repairs, and managed to do that for not very long. And we found ourselves in the top 5, but we weren't really racing anybody hard, so we were just riding. I don't know if it's that second caution. A lot of guys stayed out and didn't take tires, but I don't know who behind us, but Steven and I took tires, and we were on a different pit cycle, and just kicking butt coming up through the field. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that definitely played out in your advantage when you guys had the tire difference to everybody else. Because then you had that long green stretch run there, and everybody started to really fall off on their lap times, and their right front was getting chewed up, and they had to pit. And if you pit under green here, that's 2 laps almost guaranteed.
Yeah, then that last caution, man, it was so weird the way the field was spread out and where the pace car was. I end up not making it to pit road, so I was on a long run tires myself.
Okay.
I had like a lap or 2 on everybody else, so we just rode around, and luckily, they weren't fast enough to come around the field and track and catch us.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was just a bold strategy move by you there.
No, hell no. We just missed the pits, man. We messed up and just had to go with it.
Yeah, 'cause when you rewatch the broadcast, I even said that's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out.
Yeah. We just goofed up, but it worked out. We got a podium, so couldn't be happier.
Hell yeah, that's definitely for sure. Why don't you go ahead and give a thanks to everybody there, Billy?
I got to give a shout out to Steven Sadler, Action Sports Foundation. And also he runs Project Vet Jet. Glenn Sidman at Simability, for let me run this league on Wednesday nights. We've been doing it for a while now. We have an awesome group of guys. have a blast. We practice Monday nights. We practice Friday nights. Shoot, we threw up practice last night just to be a little bit more prepared and put on a pretty good race. And appreciate you for broadcasting this for us.
Thank you for having me, and tonight's race was pretty good. I see the practices, but Monday nights I'm doing another league, or I'd jump in for those.
Right. You're always welcome to.
I'll definitely try to make it one of these times.
Yep.
And what, next week we will be at Rockingham. So what's your thoughts on that?
I haven't been there so long. I have no clue. I'm going in blind, especially with the Xfinity car. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you, buddy. We're just gonna go with the flow and see how it feels to practice Friday night.
If I can tell you anything I've learned from running officials so far this week, high side 1 and 2, if you really want to try to tear it up.
For sure.
But all right, Billy, congratulations once again on your 3rd place finish.
Yep. Thanks, man, and congrats to Jason and Steven up front of me.
Steven, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, congratulations on your 2nd place finish tonight.
Thank you very much. It was fun running up front instead of in the mid pack like I usually do. So, and Bristol of all places.
You're definitely making it interesting there at the end. When you're diving the corner, you're getting a heck of a run on Jason.
Yep, we didn't quite have enough for him, but he's usually pretty fast. So, but still, my eyes were open. I was up on the wheel, doing what I can.
You can definitely tell you're up on that wheel tonight. You're, like I said, you've made a hell of a run through the field there. That tire van's worked out.
Yep.
Then there at the end, I really thought you were going to be able to make it challenging there for Jason on those closing laps. You're closing in on him.
Yeah, I was, doing my best, but it was fun. We had some good racing moments with Billy and a couple other guys, a little hairy moments with lap cars, but
I was gonna say you kept getting the lap cars at the most inconsistent time for you.
Yep. But that's part of it, especially this place.
Yeah, congratulations on overcoming that. Like I said, on the runner-up finish.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was fun. It was a good night for us.
Well, Steven, go ahead and give a shout out to all your people.
All right, yeah. I'd like to thank the sponsors on the car, the Action Shed Shop, and Gold Coast Settlement Services, a couple of family businesses for real. And it's nice to have that on the car and make a good showing for them. And of course, Simability, I can't forget them. They put this on, so it's pretty awesome. They build my hand controls that I use.
That's awesome. Definitely a shout out to Glenn and all he does and how he helps out the sim racing community.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, big thanks to people like him out there in the world. It's making sim racing accessible for everybody.
Oh yeah, thanks, and thanks for the broadcast. So appreciate you as well.
You don't have to do that one, Steven. What's your but appreciate it. What's your outlook for Rockingham?
I like the track, but we'll wait and see how practice goes. Bristol, all I could do all practice, it felt like all I did was spin out. So it turned out okay. So we'll see how Rockingham. I haven't run any practice laps in this setup yet. So I imagine that'll happen a little later in the week. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Steven. Hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Yeah. Hey, thanks. Thanks a bunch.
You're welcome, Steven. You have a good one.
You too.
Hey, Jason, you got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, Jason, congratulations on finding victory lane.
Yeah, thank you. This is becoming a pretty often thing. I don't know whether they're bringing a case of beer or what.
Yeah, you might have to start making reservations every week.
No, not that. Oh my God. Yeah. On that note, pretty good race. The beginning was kind of hairy. I don't know if that was my fault or not. When Cody spun, I thought I got under him, and then he made us pick up the throttle too soon and ended up spinning himself out. But I know I made contact after that. But I know he has some connection issues tonight, so I don't know if there's some, oh gosh, what do you call that?
Netcode.
Yeah, netcode issues. But yeah, if that was my fault, I apologize for that, because it didn't look like he could recover, much after that. But yeah, it's.
I was gonna say Cody's incident looked like he just got loose about mid corner and then never corrected, and you had nowhere to go on that part.
Now, on my solo incident, what happened on that was my screen had froze up. I mean, which is very surprising because this is a new computer. I don't know if it got too hot in my room for it, but everything is locked up on me. I'm surprised that it didn't kick me out of the sim altogether. But I guess I made contact with something, so that made my tire blow. So I had to come down pit road and make a tire change. But all this happened a lot earlier than I had planned to pit. I wanted to pit somewhere kind of like after lap 50, but that happened. I had really no choice but to pit and take tires. So the rest of the race, I was concerned because I only have one set left, and you never know when to take that last set. I knew I wanted to take that last set probably within 50 to go, which is when that final caution came out. So it worked out pretty perfect.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened there because the way it looked, it just looked like everything went away on your controls the way you just went into the wall. Now you saying about your computer freezing up makes sense the way that hit looked going in.
I hope they didn't take anybody out doing with that.
No, everybody's able to get by. There's no incident there. Yeah, you're able to make a great recovery then, because your run through the field was pretty good to watch.
Well, yeah, like I said, I really had no choice but to take tires, and a lot of those guys, they didn't pit or take tires, so I just blew right by them. So I imagine there's quite a few guys who had at least one set left because they didn't make that pit stop.
Yeah, I think the pit strategy definitely got. A lot of people were on different pit strategies after the way the cautions fell there for a while.
Yeah, I like the change with the limited set of tires. That makes things a little bit interesting, doing different strategies, and sometimes it plays against your in your favor. Sometimes it doesn't. It was pretty cool that you could park up here. I didn't know. I was told that you can come up here in Victory Circle in the infield.
Yeah, that happened on the last update. They did that to about 5 different tracks, I believe. Also, if you want, you can also back off and ramp off of that as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope it was an entertaining race for you tonight.
There at the end, I thought Steven was going to make it real entertaining because I thought he was going to get to you.
Yeah, I was just kind of saving my tires a little bit, but I wasn't going to let him get closer than half a second. Once he started doing that is when I start picking it back up.
Well, Jason, you know the drill. Go ahead and give a shout out to all your people.
Just my family and the guys who come out and race every week, the admins who put this on, some friends out there watching the broadcast tonight. Thank you a whole lot for viewing, supporting me. I really appreciate that. And so, yeah, hopefully I can do this, get some more wins rest of the season. This is looking pretty good for the championship, missing Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, besides missing Daytona, you've been almost undefeated there. You did a great job parking in a perfect spot in Victory Lane as well.
Well, I didn't have much help with that. I can't see exactly.
I know that's what's amazing is you have it dead center. So, great job on it.
Okay, cool.
It framed up perfect for the broadcast. All right, before we go, what's your outlook for next week at Rockingham?
I really love Rockingham. That's another tire eating track. That track especially. So you're going to have to do a lot of tire tire saving there. So a lot of different strategies will come into play here. I really like that track. I'm pretty good at it.
That's not good when you say you really like that track.
Is it really?
Nope, not fine. You might as well just start making reservations.
Yeah. Okay, we appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well, Jason. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, and that's your race winner, the 76 and the Icy Machine, Jason Lance. As you heard, next week we head to Rockingham. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I love seeing it back on the schedule, and can't wait to see next week's race. All right, we'll see everybody next Wednesday. And once again, thank you to our sponsors, Admin Box, Sim Mobility, Pave Seal in Florida, Project VetJet, actionsports.org. Thank you to everybody that makes this possible. Thank you to the admins of the league as well. We'll see everybody next week.